All right. Today, we're going to take a journey to one of the most ancient and extreme places on the entire planet, the Namib Desert. We're talking over 55 million years old. It's a place that's just, well, breathtakingly beautiful. But it's also a place of really harsh realities and secrets that it's been keeping since the age of the dinosaurs.
So, you look at a place like this, and what do you see? You see this vast, kind of alien world of rock and sand. And it's so easy to just assume, okay, nothing could possibly survive here. But that's just scratching the surface. This desert is absolutely teeming with life, full of these ingenious survivors who've totally mastered one of the toughest environments you can imagine. So let's dive right into that. Let's unpack this central paradox. How can a place that looks so hostile be, secretly, just so vibrantly full of life?
I mean, the contrast here is just staggering. You've got nights that can drop below freezing, and then bam, the days are just scorching hot. And yet, somehow, against all of those odds, the Namib is actually one of the most botanically rich deserts in the whole world. It's just this powerful testament to the incredible resilience of life.
And listen, we're not talking about some little patch of sand here. This desert stretches for 2,000 kilometers along the Atlantic coast. It runs through 3 different countries: South Africa, Namibia, and Angola. That is a huge stage for all these incredible survival stories to play out.
Okay, so to really get how life pulls this off here, we have to meet the undisputed icon of this desert. It's a plant that's so strange, so ancient, they actually call it a living fossil, and for very good reason. So here it is. Meet the Welwitschia mirabilis. It kind of looks like something out of a dinosaur movie, doesn't it? Well, there's a good reason for that. It basically is a prehistoric relic. You can't find it anywhere else on Earth. It's a living piece of a bygone era. The facts about this plant are just mind-bending. Some of these plants have been alive for nearly 2,000 years. I mean, they were just seedlings when the Roman Empire was at its peak. And get this, in that entire time, they only ever produce 2 leaves. Just 2. These leaves just grow and grow continuously from the base, getting all tattered and frayed by the desert winds over centuries. What a remarkable strategy for just persisting. And this number, wow, this really puts their survival into perspective. For every 10 to 20,000 seeds a Welwitschia produces, scientists figure only about 5 or 6 will ever actually sprout and grow into a plant. That rarity makes every single one of these plants an absolutely priceless natural treasure. But the Welwitschia, as amazing as it is far from alone out there, not by a long shot. The Namib is home to a whole gallery of survival artists, and each one has its own unique way of mastering this tough environment. Okay, check this out. This is the euphorbia, or milk bush. It's just a perfect example of desert adaptation. It's armed to the teeth with these sharp thorns to keep hungry animals away, but at the same time, it produces these delicate little flowers. It's this beautiful paradox, you know? Toughness and fragility, all in one plant. A lot of the plants here, like the cotyledon and the aloe you're seeing, are succulents. Their strategy is pretty simple, but it's super effective. They store water in their thick, fleshy leaves. This basically turns them into living canteens, which is a vital source of moisture for all the desert animals during those long, dry spells.
Here's another clever trick you see everywhere. Just stay low. Plants like this desert violet, they just hug the ground, keeping a low profile against those drying winds. And their tiny leaves, that's not an accident. They're designed that way to reduce their surface area and lose as little water as possible. In this desert, every single feature is a carefully evolved tool for survival.
So we've seen these incredible individual survival tactics. But the real magic of the Namib is how all these survivors are connected. They form this secret web of life that links every single plant and animal. And it just can't talk about this ecosystem without meeting this little character. In the quiet of the desert, the male Tuktuki beetle has a pretty unique way of finding a partner. He literally taps his backside on the sand, sending this rhythmic vibration through the ground that a female can pick up from kilometers away. It's like nature's own long-distance dating app. And right here, you can see just how deeply everything is connected through food. The spiky nakara fruit, it's a feast rich in vitamins for both oryx and for people. The camel thorn tree's flowers are so sweet that locals call them springbok bonbons. Our friend the Tuktuki beetle loves dining on the seeds of the pencil bush. And the hoodia plant, well, that's a legendary survival food for the bushmen. It's said to fill you up and stop you from feeling hungry for up to 2 weeks.
But the relationships here, they're not just about food. Some plants have developed a bitter taste as a kind of defense to make sure animals don't eat too much of them, and others are basically a living pharmacy. For example, the root of the wild mustard bush has been used for generations to help soothe toothaches. It's this complex, incredible system.
You know, this ancient, resilient world seems like it should be invincible, but the truth is, it is unbelievably fragile. So for this last part, we really need to talk about why this paradise is at risk and what it asks of us.
Look really closely at these rocks. You see those colorful patches? Those are lichens. They're this complex life form that's part fungus, part algae. They are some of the oldest and slowest growing inhabitants of the desert, just clinging to the stone, patiently sipping moisture right out of the coastal fog. They are the quiet, ancient foundation of this whole ecosystem.
This kind of gives you a sense of the desert's time scale. A single lichen might grow just 1 centimeter in 10 years. It's a world where time moves so slowly. And that's why you can still see the tracks of ox wagons from over 100 years ago, just etched into the landscape. This desert has a long memory, and damage here is almost permanent.
Let that sink in for a second. A single tire track, made in a few seconds by someone just driving off-road, can wipe out an entire century of that slow, patient growth. 100 years, just gone in an instant.
So why is treading lightly so absolutely critical here? Well, because a 2,000-year-old plant is completely irreplaceable. Because those lichen fields are the foundation of the food web. Because there are birds like the Damara tern that build these nearly invisible nests right on the gravel plains. The future of this ancient, fragile world is quite literally in our hands.
Which really leaves us with this final thought, doesn't it? When we visit these places of such immense age and delicate beauty, we have a choice. We can be destroyers, leaving scars that will last for centuries, or we can be explorers, treading lightly and leaving this wonder intact for generations to come. The question is, which one will we choose to be?